You're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. After 20 minutes, I said, "Are you through?" Probably not the smartest thing to say at that point. It's the only thing. After 20 minutes of being cussed, it's the only thing I could think of to say. He starts again, and I stopped him. I said, "Now listen. We can do one of two things. You can stand here and cuss me for another hour if you want to. So, or we can work this out, get it fixed, and we can move on. Now, what do you want to do?" And he turned purple. I mean, in about a half a second. And he started to say something, and he closed his mouth, and he gritted his teeth, and he said, "I guess we should fix this." Yeah, I guess so. The client would probably appreciate it. But that's us. When we can't see the way things are going. And God stands at the ready to work it out. Like He planned on doing the whole time. We're so busy being caught up in being aggravated about the way things are that we ain't ready for God to move because we ain't ready to get past our thing. But He stands there, okay, now we can fix this and we can move on, or we can stand here and just be upset about it. Well, listen, I don't know about you, but I would just rather move on so God can be God in the next situation that I'm going to need Him to be God in, as opposed to standing there trapped in my past, not able to get past it because I don't like the way things are. He's going to fix it anyway, if we let Him.
That's right.
If we don't let Him, oh my. We have got to contend for faith, not contend against faith. Earnestly contend today. And if we're not careful, the person we have to contend with the most is that little fella called me. God has a way of working things out. We've just got to see past what we think it should be. We've got to see past the way we want it to be. Roger was talking about how I used to be into wrestling. I actually got offered a job as a wrestler. I went out to an event. I was the baddest man on the planet one time, so I thought. Big wrestling event out at Packard Music Hall, and I just walked up to the ring and started yelling at the wrestlers. I was as big as they were. Must have got to one of them. He come out of the ring, come after me. People scattered everywhere. I'm just standing there hollering back at him. Yeah, who do you think you are? Security come out, wrestlers come out of the locker room. I felt big time. So they got me in the back of Packard Music Hall and took me, instead of out the back door, they took me down the hallway to the right. All of a sudden, I wasn't so bad. Took me back in a room, and the guy who was promoting the event offered me a job. And I fear the Lord, and I fear French McCartney. And I was in the middle of college, and I knew if I dropped out of college to start wrestling school, as I like to say about my boys, I introduced them to Jesus, and I was not ready to go meet him just yet. As I look back on those days, I think of where God kept me from being. The journey and the path that we take guide us. And don't get too caught up by the trappings. Don't get too caught up by the frustrations. Don't get caught up by all this stuff. If you don't get this job, so what? Well, McCartney, you don't understand. I've been out of work for 2 years. Well, so what? Is God still God?
That's right.
That must mean that's not where you're meant to be. I told a story. My wife and I were rehearsing a situation with my recent job. They laid a lot of people off. Some people made some bad decisions. Really great. It's funny. 3 jobs I thought the Lord was going to let me keep. When they were laying people off, they let me go. And this last job, I was sure they were going to let me go. I was a low man on the totem pole. People had been talking about, now pay attention, because I'm really going somewhere with this story. People had been ministering to us, Brother Roger, about going full time in the ministry and all this stuff, and they cut deep. And my wife and I were excited, straight. Oh, yeah. Full time ministry, yeah. Go ahead and do it, Lord. Yeah, guess who got kept? We had 12 people in our department. I was the low man on the totem pole. Some of them had been there 7 years, 8 years. 3 people were kept. Guess who was one? I'm going, all right, Lord. Lay me off when I don't think I need to be laid off, and you let me stay when I think I should be laid off. I don't understand. I don't understand. But the Lord knows what He's doing. And I have resigned myself. Brother Darwin, I have resigned myself. Whatever happens, whatever I go through, whatever I face, whatever the Lord lets me go through. Not my will.
Amen. Come on. That's right. Amen.
Done.
Yes. Amen.
Because He holds the keys.
That's right.
So don't stop contending today. Fight the good fight of faith. Hold fast the profession of your faith. Contend with your flesh and keep it in its place. Because God's got it figured out whether you think He does or not sometimes. He's always got it figured out. And all we have got to do is stand still .
That's right. Come on.
See the salvation of the Lord.
That's right.
As long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, He will be our champion.
That's right.
You want to be your champion today? Stop fighting against Him.
Amen.
Let Him do His
That's right.
thing.
Amen. That's right.
Okay. I don't get it. That's childlike faith. That's what He's talking about.
Amen.
Andy, why is this not blue? It's not blue, it's green. Andy, why am I trapped here? Well, I'll just change the gravitational constant of the universe. Should be all right. That's the way we got to be, because I don't care what it is. He's got it. Job, sickness, cancer ain't nothing but a word. It's my just like summer, just like that. Just like other, they all just words to Him. 10. Fight the good fight.
Amen. That's right.